Just kind of talk about this team. You guys finished second last year, 23 wins. What are you expecting out of this team, and how is it coming together so far?
We're a little banged up right now. A couple of kids out for the year. A couple others that are having some issues, MRIs and stuff we got to do this week. If we can get healthy, it's really going to help. But you know, losing Imani at the point was all we lost from last year's team. We were a little post-oriented last year. I would expect that that's what we're going to do again. You know, it's early and the schedule is going to be brutal. So probably ask me in December and I'll let you know a little better.
You said you all were post-oriented last year, and losing someone like her, what does that change at all? I mean, I know you said you're going to be probably maybe more post-oriented now, but what do you lose in something like that?
Well, it sort of depends if somebody decides to fill the hole that she left, fill the void, and we'll know that after we play Mississippi State, Gonzaga, St. Louis, Louisville. That'll give you an idea of who's willing to step in and take that responsibility. We have some people that can, but then you have Chelsea Perry, Maddie Waldrop back from last year that have kind of held down their part of the team, and so that could be where we focus. That'll be what the preseason's for us.
I know the past couple of years you all struggled to kind of get over that hump in the OVC tournament against Belmont. Here we are again with Belmont picked as the favorites. What do you think it takes for this team to maybe get over the hump and finally take Belmont down, and really anybody in the conference when it comes down to it?
I love that, you know, we can't get over the hump. Isn't that great? It's you know, we don't really look at it that way. We just want to be the best team that we can be, control what we can control. You know, I think Belmont has been great the last 4 years for the league. They've been great. They've had a great team, and we've been right there twice, 3 times. So you know, I don't know. Basketball's a funny game. You know, 1-2 possessions either way in a game can make a huge difference. So I'm hoping our kids grow up. You know, I think we were the youngest team in the country last year. So hopefully the maturity is going to maybe make a difference.
Yeah, I was actually about to ask that. Just the familiarity of this team just coming back. What does that add to your team, and maybe in the off season? What have you maybe seen differently from last year to this year in terms of this transition?
Well, when you've got kids back that know the system and know what your plan is and know what you're trying to do, you're naturally going to be a little ahead of the game. And so I'm expecting that to benefit us. But again, going back to the schedule and the injuries, you don't know. That'll sort of mask itself a little bit because of the injuries in the schedule, and probably about January we hope that you'll start to see that maturity making a big difference. You know, the year's a grind. It's a long season, and hopefully these kids that have done it now will kind of know how to pace themselves through the January, February time.
You said you are banged up. Do you expect that to affect you all a little bit early in the season, especially in maybe a little bit tougher non-conference?
Well, yeah, any time that you're in the non-conference and you're playing those kind of teams and you're banged up, I mean, you need to be healthy to get on the floor with those guys. But I feel very positive about the kids that'll be contributing. They'll just have to grow up a little quicker. But you know, and I think that the non-conference will be really good for us.
I was just going to ask, just talk about the expectations for this team going into this year.
Expectations. The coach answer, or you want a real answer, or what? You know, we've got 3 or 4 kids that if they grow up, we could be pretty good. Probably one of the best. We're probably one of the most balanced and overall athletic teams that we've had. The problem is that a couple of those spots that are key, we've got kids that don't prove themselves every day. So if 1 or 2 or 3 of those kids grow up, I think we could be really, really good. If 1 or 2 or 3 don't, I think we'll struggle. And they didn't last year, so we had some struggles during the year. But they are a year older, and maybe they will take the responsibility to heart and help us get a lot better.
Appreciate it.
I just got one more thing for you.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit off topic, but I know last year the decals at the OVC tournament were an issue, and I think the commissioner is going to present something today. I think they're going to improve on that. Maybe did you feel like it was an issue last year, and maybe what does it mean that the conference is making steps to improve it?
Well, the fact that I think that I don't have a clue what you're talking about probably tells me the slick spots on the floor. Yeah, there were some people that were slipping, but the way I look at it is they slipped and we slipped. So, I mean.
We were hoping to stir up more drama, Coach.
Yeah,
Come on.
Well, you can do that, but you just that's too simple of an issue right there.
Coach, who are the players you expect to take the next step forward in their progression? Who are Skyhawk fans want to know? Who's that freshman that's taking the next step? Who's that sophomore and the newcomer?
Well, your junior class is really strong with Zaire and Maddie and Demi and Chelsea and. Tamia Stanford's one that can grow up. Sade Hudson can grow up and do something. Brittany had a good freshman year. Can she turn around and have another good year? Freshman class is strong. Deja Young is going to have some really, really good nights, but then she's going to have some nights that are not as good. And then Macy Rippey has had a real good preseason. So there's a lot of different faces and I'm not going to duck your answer, but I don't know. We'll know when we play Mississippi State, and we know who runs to the locker room and doesn't want to come back out. But there are a lot of good kids in that group, and a lot of kids that'll work hard.